Good evening. Welcome to Creekbox TV. We're here on Sports Talk. I'm your host, Alan Hanley. I got the head football coach, my buddy, Coach Don Tison. Coach, coming off another big, impressive win in Vienna at Dooley. Been a while since we went up there. I was trying to figure out, that was Jim's first official victory back in 2004, and that's the last time Panthers have traveled to Dooley. Man, showed up, jumped on them early. Moorhead, I think, he had 3 touchdowns right there in a span of 5 or 6 minutes. He had about 100 yards and 3 touchdowns. And then here comes Michael Walker. How do you feel? How do you think the game went Friday?
It went good. You know, I hadn't been over there since my senior year. That's where I played my last game.
Is it?
And we know how Dooley is.
That's right.
Man, they're always very talented and fast, and they've got big kids. They had some coaching turnover going on right there, and in the middle of the season, and they were just behind right there with that new staff getting there. They hadn't got to practice that offense they're running. They hadn't been practicing it, but a week and a half. So we knew if we could just stay focused and play smart and sound and not let them gain any confidence, that we should be able to beat them. And the kids played well. We played a little better up front blocking than we did against Brooks.
Yeah.
Just getting a little better at some little things. So you got to be happy anytime you win.
If you at the beginning of the year, you talk about the first 3 games. We had Hebron, at Brooks, and then at Dooley. You say, man, you want to be 3-0, but you could be 0-3, 1-2. Especially with that schedule now. Now the real season's fixing to start with the region play. Over the last 3 weeks, are you kind of where you thought you would be, or are you farther ahead than what you thought?
Well, going into the season, looking at our schedule, you're looking at it like, gosh, we've got to get ready, because the meat of our schedule, you've got Hebron, who played us very tough last year, and really should have beat us. And then you've got Brooks, who can beat anybody. They almost beat Bainbridge.
Went for 2 for the win, and they beat Bainbridge last year.
Right.
Had Bainbridge beat again, and that's the defending 5A state.
Yeah. So and then you've got Dooley. So you're looking at it like, you could start off 0-3 just as fast, as you could go 3-0. So, very excited about being 3-0, but we've got to keep moving forward, and we got to keep getting better and growing, offensively, and playing a little faster on defense. So, very pleased, and I really didn't know, going into the season, I knew we had a lot of potential, and I think we still can grow a lot. We have a lot more growing left to do, but I'm very happy with where we are.
Man, and Coach, I think from game 1, you expect, we had our scrimmage, and you expect a lot of improvement to game 1 and then game 2. But that's one thing that everybody's talking about. We have improved every week. It seems like we're hitting on all cylinders. Penalties, we're not playing sloppy football. It's just, I guess y'all doing a great job out there at practice. It's a good group, and man, y'all doing a fantastic job.
Well, it's a good group of kids, and they want to be good. They want to play good, and got a great coaching staff, and we just working very hard, and a lot of that's got to do with getting in a little better shape. When you get tired, you can make mistakes a lot easier.
The only thing I thought Friday, but man, the kickoff coverage team, they hustle down the field. But if they get past that first wave, they had they got up to midfield a couple of times. But we kicked off 10 times. They're going to break one. Yeah. But the coverage team are doing great all year, and they're down there. And that Dooley's got some good, quick athletes, and he got by 1 or 2. And luckily, y'all had it set up. He didn't break it, but that was the only thing that I seen that from Friday that I could sit there and say, the Panthers need to work on this.
We got to do a little, we watched that today and broke the film down, and we break down special teams just like we break down everything else. And there's some things, we got to correct right there, move some people around, and like you said, Dooley, everybody have back there can fly.
That's right.
So you know, sometimes teams could just get you, you know, and we just got to get a little better and show the kids where we messed up at and way to correct it. And, you know, Zach does a good job. You know, he found that hole in the middle, and we got it. Wasn't an onside kick. He just that boy just missed it. But you know,
and
Zach,
Tucker struggled a little bit, but man, he got, you know, it was just some bad snap. Man, I thought Montgomery did a great job to get some of the balls down for Zach to get them off, because now after halftime, I don't know what happened. Tucker, the snaps were there. Apparently, y'all coached him up at halftime. Well, but probably Zach coaches him up more.
Zach is the special teams coordinator.
Right.
Yeah, he's on the staff.
I was saying, I said, I bet Lynn will have to break them up at home if he keeps these bad snaps coming.
That's right.
But man, other than that, who do you think stood out the most offensively for the Panthers this past Friday?
You know, really, I'm pleased with the offensive line.
Man, they are
as a group. It's hard to pick out one because they work as a unit. But Drake had a good game, and Jamarcus Marshall had a good game. They all had a good game.
They did.
So you know, we didn't have a bad snap the whole game. You know, you don't talk about that a whole lot.
No, man.
Unless you're having bad snaps.
Hadn't had one. I think we've had one maybe all year.
You know, knock on wood right there.
Coming in, you got region play, now you can't afford a bad snap.
You know, we obviously, our backs, you know, had good games. You know, Michael Walker had a good game. Tyler had another good game. Jeremiah caught him a touchdown. We threw the ball a little more. But really, the most improvement was up front. You know, they just tightening things up. That's where we've been focusing at all week, or last week we did. So really, I was proud of that.
All right, man. And we're going to go into our first break right here. We're going to be right back and talk some more Panther football.
For the best pizza and wings in town any day of the week, check out Huey's One Stop in Homerville. Drop by, fuel up, and let Mr. Nick Patel and staff serve you some mouth-watering pizza and wings that you won't soon forget. Or just take that favorite pizza and box of wings home. Call 912-487-2338 to order your pizza and wings every Friday night after the game. Huey's One Stop, 193 Church Street, Homerville.
There's a reason why we're South Georgia's automotive superstore.
Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep and Ram, Chevy,
Nissan on the east side,
Walker Jones Used Car Mega Center,
GMC.
Coming soon, the all-new Walker Jones Honda.
Toyota.
We've got it all, so why shop anywhere else?
Decades of hunting and traveling has led us to this point, putting a new twist on traditional hunting. Starting this fall, from the deep south swamps to the Alaskan mountain range, follow us as we chase our next adventure. On YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
You know, one of the devil's favorite tools is to tell us we have plenty of time. Like, one day I'll get straight with God whenever I'm a little older, or I got some cleaning up to do before I even think about going to church. But the Bible tells us in James chapter 4 that we're not promised tomorrow. And in 2 Corinthians, today is the day of salvation. Don't wait. Come to Jesus today, just as you are.
Jerry J's Hog and Bones in Homerville is the restaurant for any time of day, whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, or that special holiday meal. From pancakes to pulled pork and chicken salad to ribeye steak, Jerry J's Hog and Bones has the best food and service around. Oh yeah, and don't forget our great catering service. Go Panthers! You're watching Creekbox TV.
Good evening. Welcome back to Creekbox TV. We're here live on Sports Talk. I'm Alan Hanley here with the head football coach, Coach Don Tison, and we're talking about the Panthers' big victory at Dooley County this past Friday. Coach, you were talking about the offensive line. You were very proud of them Friday on the offensive side. Let's move over to the defensive side. Who stood out over there for you?
You know, really,
I'm gonna tell you who I thought, number 7.
yeah, he had a good game.
And he's getting that.
And looking at it, just the whole defense as a unit.
That's right.
You know, I just feel like we kind of played a team defense Friday. You know, and everybody played hard and played fast. Secondary played well. You know, the defensive line played well. So just overall as a unit, I was pleased.
You know, and we had the running clock going in to the second half. You know, going into fourth quarter, and what I enjoy the most is seeing all the young kids get in and play because man, they work their tails off at practice. That's what makes the starters good, you know.
Yeah,
but
that's right.
You're going to need them one day, and I try to get everybody's name mentioned when we're doing it. And it's hard when you have a running clock. I mean, it's good and it's bad. I mean, and they got a couple of scores, you know, out there with the freshmen and the 10th graders, you know. But I know after the game, all the kids were excited. You know, they all got to play.
That's right.
And man, that means a lot. I know to be able to allow to get them in because now we got Irwin County this week, and they were talking about it Friday on the coming home. I was listening to the radio, Beckham and them, and this is probably the game of the week. I know it is in Class A.
Oh,
You know, it could be in all classification. You know, we faced them for the last 2 years in the finals. They beat us in the regular season. And what do you, this Irwin team, how does it compare to Irwin teams of the past, in your opinion, Coach?
I think they might be a little better. On defense, they have everybody back from last year, and they're a little faster, a little stronger, a little more experienced. So defensively, they're probably better than they were last year. And last year, they were extremely good. You know, we were very fortunate to beat them in the state championship game. We really, I mean, it was just a few plays.
That's right.
That made the difference, and they had some bad breaks go against them, and we had some good breaks. So last year, man, they were a tremendous football team, especially defensively. Now this year, offensively, it looks like, man, they may be better on offense than they were last year. They have some skill guys that they're unreal. Man,
they had some that could fly last year.
They're back. That's the same ones. They lost a tremendous player with that Stanley kid, number 2.
Yeah.
And Lundy, you know, he's been out with a knee injury, and he may be back for our game.
That's right.
So, man, their skill guys are unreal, and their offensive line, you know, from the first game of the year, like their scrimmage game, you know, I've seen their film. You know, I went and watched them play Worth County. Went and watched them there, and I was mainly watching their offensive line and watching their growth. You know, offensive line, how much better they've gotten up until, you know, their most recent game. It's they have really gotten a lot better because they lost everybody up front, kind of like us.
That's right.
So their offensive line has really grown and gotten a lot better, and they are very good. So offensively, I think they're a little better than they were last year. Defensively, they're going to be a little better. So
that's scary.
Hey, ain't that fun? You know?
And man, I want to mention, because I know I've heard you talk to the players, y'all, and everybody in the community has had Coach Nobles in his prayers. He's not doing well, and y'all keep him in his prayers, Coach. And that's, you know, we're going over there to play football, but now he's playing the game of life, and he's a great fella, done a great job. Look, it used to be back in my day, it was Atchison County was the rival. Then when you come along, of course, it was Charlton County. Now, Coach Nobles had gotten over there the last several years, and he's put Irwin, and that's our #1 rival now, I think, would be Irwin County. I mean, no doubt about it. And I'm sure when y'all roll up to the TP or whatever it's called over there, and you'll hear the war chant, but I'm sure them kids are going to be ready to play for Coach Noble.
Oh, yeah.
And man, that's something I don't know how you, how do you prepare our kids? Because you're you know, you're praying for Coach Noble, but you got to kind of separate and say, all right, boys, now we love him, and we're going to love him after the game, but now we got to do our job when we get off the bus. I mean,
that's right. And man, it just puts things that you use talking to kids, like play this game, like it's your last game.
That's right.
You know, and when something like that is right there in your, vision, and right there with people that you know, and somebody that you've played against for years, and you look at that, and it's a reality. Like, it's a very serious reality.
That's right.
So, you going over there, and this is going to be a first for us and for me, and going over into a situation like this where there's just so much emotion there.
Man, already to begin with.
So the biggest thing is, we have to stay focused, and we have to play as hard as we can, like it's our last play, and not be distracted by anything else.
And that's hard to do with 14, 15, 16,
That's very hard.
17-year-olds. I know it is, Coach.
But our guys, they want to win. They want to beat Irwin. They want to win every game.
That's the first game. When you look at the schedule, everybody circles that game, I'm sure.
That's the one everybody, we have done a good job of taking it week by week, one game, one day at a time, and that's how we're going to keep doing it. And, we want to win next week just as bad as we want to win this week.
That's right.
We want to beat Lakeland just as bad as we want to beat Irwin.
That's right.
So we don't want to put everything on the Irwin County week.
No, because then it's, you've got to be able to move on from that.
So, you just keep preaching the same thing that we've always preached. Every day you work as hard as you can to get better at what your coaches are wanting to get better at, and just being a little faster, a little better, a little more disciplined, and going into this game, we're gonna really find out. I mean, I know we went to Brooks, and that's a hard place to go in and play.
I'd won since ¡88 or '89. I forget what it was.
Yeah, and so we've been on the road in a tough environment, but this is probably going to be a little tougher.
A lot more people at this one.
It's going to be so packed. There's going to be a lot of people.
As many as 5,000 people.
Oh, I guarantee you this it's going to be packed. So, you have to get excited about games like that. So hopefully we can stay focused and go over there and play some good football.
All right, man. Well, we're going to take another break and come back and talk some more Panther football. We'll be right back.
Lee Engineering and Construction Company in DuPont, Georgia has been a part of the community since 1935 and is proud to support Clinch County athletics. The prayer of the entire Lee Engineering family is that our Lord and Savior will richly bless our schools, community, and nation. Since 1972, Popeyes has been serving up mouth-watering, delicious, hot, and mild fried chicken and chicken tenders from its Louisiana kitchen. You know about our great chicken, but have you tried our tasty seafood? All of our menu items come with a Southern style all their own. On your way to or after the game, stop by Popeyes, and remember, we can handle all your special event catering needs. Conveniently located on Memorial Drive in Waycross, Popeyes puts a piece of Louisiana in every single meal. Camping World of Valdosta, located in Lake Park, is your one-stop destination for all your camping needs. Stop by to see your dreams of quality time with your family become a reality. Whether it's tailgating with your air-conditioned camper, taking a trip to the mountains or beach with your family, or driving your motorhome to a faraway destination, Camping World has it all. Let us put you and your family in a camper for as little as $99 per month. And remember, when you buy a camper from Camping World of Valdosta, you receive a free Elite Good Sam membership, roadside assistance, and travel assist for 1 year. Homerville Jewelers on East Dame Avenue is your headquarters for bridal and baby registry. If you're looking for that special gift for the bride and groom or that perfect gift for the new baby, look no further. We also have a variety of diamonds, gold, sterling silver, watches, and necklaces, and can perform jewelry repair. No need to shop out of town. We can supply all of your gift and jewelry needs. Let Vicki Young and staff serve you at Homerville Jewelers, East Dame Avenue, Homerville. Mike's Golf Carts and Powersports in Douglas has the cheapest prices in South Georgia and a huge inventory of new and used gas and electric golf carts and off-road vehicles. Mike's also has parts and accessories and proudly serves customers across the states of Georgia, Florida, and Alabama. Whether you stop into our store or shop with us online, we have everything you need for Can-Am, EZGO, Club Car, and Yamaha. 0% financing available for qualified customers. Mike's Golf Carts and Powersports in Douglas, Georgia.
Well, thank you for tuning in to Creek Box tonight to watch the Clinch County Panthers play. You know, a lot of times we get caught up in wins and losses, but at the end of the day, it's all just a game. The only thing that matters in life is, do you know Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? The Bible says that whosoever calls upon the name of the Lord shall be saved.
Good evening, welcome back to Creek Box TV. I'm Alan Hanley. We're live here on Sports Talk. I got my buddy, the head football coach, Coach Don Tison, sitting in here talking about some Panther football. Biggest game of the year, Irwin County, because it starts the real season, Coach. We did the region play. We were talking about Irwin before we went to our break, and you know, when you get in the game, we played all these games, and y'all, we've really manhandled all our opponents, I thought. You know, I mean, we let Brooks in the long run, and then they played toe-to-toe, but then after halftime, we come away. We left a couple of scoring opportunities in the first half, and it would have been over.
Yeah.
But beat them soundly at Brooks, and beat Dooley soundly. I mean, you know, and now the first real test. You know, looking back, we talked about it before the season. You said, well, Hebron's going to be a test. Well, Brooks is going to be a test. And Dooley, you never know. But now we do know. Irwin's undefeated. You know, last year they beat us over here in Homerville. And it was 3-0 at the half. And they come out and pick 6 after halftime. And it was just so hot, that game, Coach.
It was.
We had them black shirts on.
I remember it being so hot.
It was hot. And I think that kind of, not taking nothing away from Irwin, because look, they were the better team that night. I mean,
they were.
Which it helped y'all at the end of the season to go. You know, you like that, and that's how it's traded off the last couple of years. Coming into this game, Coach, I feel like the way you have played, and you know, you really don't have to use up your playbook. I mean, you know, you just. I think we're averaging 8-9 yards a carry on offense, you know, and we don't have to throw the ball. We have people say, man, we want to see Jeremiah, and we all want to see that. But when you're getting 8-9 yards a carry, it's hard to justify. You know, you got to work on it, but you don't want to, you know. There's a fine line there. Now, I mean, and how does that line go? Do you like say, all right, I got 2 quarters. It's open season. And if we're up 60-0, now the third and the fourth quarter will. I mean, how do you, or does it depend who we playing, and you know, does it come around, go around? You know.
Well, as far as just working on stuff in a game, you know, if you get up a little bit and you feel comfortable, you know, well, we can loosen up a little bit,
right.
You know. But we learned, and you know, and it was some tough love learning. You know, when we ran the spread, and we had some success in the spread, and then we also had some failures in the spread.
It stops the clock. That's right.
You know, with 2012, I think we went 4-6.
That's right, we did.
But we were running the spread, and we weren't good at it. And you know, when we adopted the single wing from Apopka and ran it in 2014, I think we won the region with it. And then in 2015, we were kind of teeter-tottering which way. Do we want to run more spread, or do we want to run this? And we were halfway in running the single wing and halfway out running the spread, and didn't really know, because I came from a spread, like I have a spread mind and a background, and that's, you know, that's kind of.
And that's what I like. I like.
You know, you know, on paper and on the board, you know, the philosophy of it, and then the scheme, it's very good, but as far as running it and having the personnel to run it, some years you have it, some years you don't.
That's right.
And when you don't, it's bad.
That's right.
And when you do, it's good. But we figured the way we were looking at it with the single wing is that's something that we could rely on good years and on bad years, and it's something on good years that we can do some things and be flexible with it. And we are working on some other things, and we actually run a lot more stuff.
And Friday night, y'all come out with 4 receivers a couple of times.
Yeah, well, you know, we've got that, and we've got some other stuff that we work on, but we don't run it unless we need it. But then there's other things that we work on.
Well, man, with the single wing, you can control the pace of the game.
Right.
You know,
and some people may disagree and some people will agree that
Won a lot of games.
the run that we went on from 2015 up until now, you know, is largely, you know, it's largely credited to the players we had.
That's right.
Because we've had some tremendous players. But the key was them buying into that offense. And that offense is very hard to stop when kids believe in it. And you run it and you run it and you get good at it. And man, you can control the ball, you can control the clock, and you wear teams down, because in this day and age, people like running that spread and they get in it. And then when they play a team that's just downhill running at you, it's very hard for them to switch that mindset from being in a spread defense to up there having to tackle people up there in a phone booth.
That's right.
And so that's really worked to our advantage. You know, while everybody else is wanting to go wide open, we're sticking with what we do. And you look at Irwin, they run the wing tee, and it's the same it's the same mentality. It's the
Noble's
same.
come in, he's built that, and you know, and the same thing.
They build it on defense and ball control offense in the wing tee, and we are the same way. We want to play fast and physical on defense and just be ferocious over there and control the ball on offense.
And man, we have chewed up some yards, man. First 3 games.
And the biggest thing is the kids, you know, believing in it and running it, you know. But I like to flex it out a little bit and do a little more. And Coach Morgan has got some great ideas, and we've got it in, and we're working on it. So.
Well, now the whole playbook will be open Friday.
Oh yeah. Well, hey, you open it up as much as you need it.
That's right. That's right.
We may have to use
you
every.
might even have to talk to somebody. Hey. We'll talk at halftime. Believe me, we got people watching the game.
Oh yeah.
I can tell you what we need to do.
We may need to draw some stuff up at halftime. So
that's right. That's right.
So I might have to call you.
There you go. Well, we're going to take our last break, and we'll come back and finish up here on Sports Talk. We'll be right back.
Winky's Southern Styles in Homerville is the go-to place for custom embroidery and vinyl transfer designs. Whether it's t-shirts, caps, or special Christmas items, Winky's will make it happen. Go by our location at 44 East Elna Street in Homerville and see Lenora for embroidery and vinyl transfer. Winky's Southern Styles supports the Panthers in their quest for another state championship. Go Panthers! LUTZ, Brown, Piegler, and Manley Insurance Agency is locally owned and has been a part of the Homerville, Clinch County community for many years. We make it a priority to know our clients on a personal basis and take pride in customizing insurance coverage for the particular needs of each customer. We offer all lines of insurance, including auto, home, business, life insurance, annuities, and bonds. LUTZ, Brown, Piegler, and Manley Insurance Agency, East Dame Avenue, Homerville. Go Panthers! At Burt CPAs, helping small businesses with their accounting needs is our business. We have offices in Homerville, Waycross, Alma, and Baxley. Burt's professionals are ready to serve you no matter your location. We are your team for accounting, bookkeeping, tax, and financial advice. In Homerville, call firm partner Adam Toll, 912-490-7142. Attention all hunters. Homerville Feed and Seed has all the shelled corn you need to bag that buck this year. Drop by and load up with corn, shotgun shells, food plot products, and everything else you need to make this year's hunting season the best ever. Whether you're a blueberry farmer or a backyard gardener, we have a wide variety of fertilizers and seed for you. There's no need to drive out of town when all the ag products you need are right here at Homerville Feed and Seed, Homerville, Georgia. Dairy Queen is a proud part of our local communities and is cheering our sports teams on to championship seasons. Drop by before and after the game to say hello to Mr. Ash and his entire crew and enjoy the full Dairy Queen menu, including our famous grilled burgers, artisan-style sandwiches, and chicken strips. Cool off with our renowned smoothies, slushies, malts, and iced coffees. Try our fabulous desserts and take an ice cream cake home for that special occasion, or just to treat the family. Dine in or take out at Dairy Queen locations in Homerville, Blackshear, Folkestone, and Fernandina Beach. See you at the DQ. You're watching Creekbox TV.
Good evening. Welcome back to Creekbox TV. I'm Alan Hanley. We're live here on Sports Talk with my buddy, the head football coach, Coach Don Tison. Coach, we're talking about the biggest game of the week, man. What do you want to see Friday night?
Man, I really hope that all of Panther Nation shows up over in Ocilla because we're going to need it. You know, we're going to need everybody to be there and be loud and come support us. Man, I want the kids to enjoy it, you know, because this is really what you sign up for.
That's right.
You know, you don't really get into the games where you're blowing people out. You know, those are great. I'm not going to complain about that.
Right.
You know, I'm happy about wins like that. But these are the games that you show up for. These are the games that the fans need to go to. This is the game that you remember.
Man, and we're going to have, because we have viewers in California, Australia, we're all over the world, but there's not going to be nobody left in Homerville.
No.
I mean, I can go ahead and tell you, I was impressed with our crowd at Dooley.
I know,
I mean, it was a 2-hour ride, and our side was, 80% full. So, man, the probably kickoff is what, 7:30?
Yeah.
I'm sure they probably get there about 6:30 to get a good seat to sit where you want to sit anyway.
Yeah, you'll need to get there early, I would imagine.
This is going to be one of them games, when that year we went and played them for the state championship. That's the last time we went to Irwin, I guess, wasn't it?
It is.
Man, and that was just as good as atmosphere as I've ever seen.
It is. That was probably my favorite game.
I'm telling you. But what time will y'all leave to school now, Coach?
We'll probably leave around 4:30. Get there right around 5:30, and get dressed. Just try to treat it as a normal game as possible. Stay in our routine, and as far as crowds getting there, I'd get there kind of early because it's going to fill up fast. But as far as us, we'll treat it like any other away game. Eat there at the school and go and get out.
Man, that's the reason we come in tonight on Sunday, because Coach Tison, the real season starts. It's Irwin County, and y'all gonna be busy. I mean, I know it'll get dark at 8:30, but y'all will meet every afternoon. You probably won't go home 10 o'clock at night. So, man, plus you probably got JV games, middle school games. I mean, it's just, and not to look past this game, but then we have homecoming the following week. And Wilcox is probably going to be coming in 5-0.
Yeah.
It doesn't get no easier.
And that's why a while ago I was talking about taking it just one game at a time, and not really putting more weight.
That's right.
On this game or that game or any other game. The Dooley County game is just as important as the Irwin County game. It's just going to be a lot harder to beat Irwin. And preparation. You don't want the roller coaster. The coaching staff isn't going to do it, and the players should, just be a reflection of the coaching staff. We prepared for Dooley just as hard as we could have. We're preparing for Irwin just as hard as we can, just treating it like we're going to treat every game like it's a state championship.
Man, that's what you should do. And man, we want to appreciate you taking the time, Coach, and we want to remind everybody to keep Coach Nobles in your prayers, the Irwin County's head football coach. And man, good luck to y'all Friday. Roll Red, roll, brother.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see y'all next week.
You're watching Creekbox TV.